Introducing the National Black Golf Hall of Fame Class of 2011, Joe Louis Barrow, Jr. Question: can the son of an American icon escape the shadow of his famous father and live his own life? Joe Louis Barrow, Jr. has done just that by blazing his own trail in business and the golf industry. Perhaps the legacy of his father, the great boxer, American hero, philanthropist, and golf enthusiast, Joe Louis, aka the Brown Bomber, left an indelible mark of service to the less fortunate. Rather than trying to escape the shadow cast by his famous father, Joe Louis Barrow, Jr. embraced it, published a book about his famous father, and then took a position of leadership with the First Tee, America's premier junior golf program that introduces underserved children to the game of golf and its principles.
From elementary school and beyond, the First Tee positively influences the behavior of students and participants, helping them gain confidence to discover the leader within.
The First Tee has actually played a major role in me going away to college. Before I joined the First Tee, I was actually one of those shy, timid little girls. But after going through the life skill lessons, I actually became more confident in myself.
Ryan Johnson has gone from hitting golf balls in a watermelon field to playing great golf with scores in the 70s. While his golf scores were going down, his grades were going up. Ryan has gone from a D student to an A student.
Kids have so much peer pressure now, and it's so easy for young boys to be pulled into the wrong direction and the negatives in life. But First Tee keeps him away from those negatives.
I've been playing for First Tee for about 3 years, and in the best 3 years of my life because I love golf.
With a career that has spanned 40 years, Barrow has found his calling leading the First Tee program since the year 2000 to impact the lives of young people by providing programs that build character, instill life-enhancing values, and promote healthy choices through the game of golf. The First Tee has impacted more than 3.5 million participants in 50 states, 3,400 elementary schools, and 4 international locations.
I was asked the question of when are we going to produce the next Tiger Woods when I first joined the First Tee. And I was on a TV program, and fortunately with me was Earl Woods, Tiger's father. And before I could get the answer out, Earl says, "Oh, wait a minute. It took me 20 years to create a Tiger Woods. It's going to give these programs some time." And so we're just 11 years old at the First Tee. I think that eventually, in the next 10 years or so, you're going to see some of our young people gravitate to the highest accomplishments in the game, defined by the PGA Tour, the LPGA Tour. With that being said, everyone knows golf is a tough game. It's going to take not only skill level, but the mental tenacity, the techniques, etc. And so we just need to create a greater pool. I do think that the golf industry can help in that process. I think we can identify young people from diverse backgrounds with great talent. I think we can move those young people to some of the golf coaches and some of the academies so that they can focus on their technique, understand the discipline it takes, so that they can then make the decision whether they want to start down that career path that will ultimately get them to the PGA or the LPGA tours. I think the golf industry can do that if the golf industry clearly wants to be successful and by defining success by young people of diverse backgrounds who make it to the tours.
As the poet Rudyard Kipling wrote in his great work, If you can talk with crowds and keep your virtue, or walk with kings, nor lose the common touch, if neither foes nor loving friends can hurt you, if all men count with you, but none too much, if you can fill the unforgiving minute with 60 seconds worth of distance run, yours is the earth and everything that is in it, and which is more, you'll be a man, my son. Joe Louis Barrow, Jr. has become that man. For his dedication to the youth and the game, and demonstrating commitment to advancing African American youth in golf, the National Black Golf Hall of Fame is honored to add the name Joe Louis Barrow, Jr. to its distinguished list of inductees. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Joe Louis Barrow, Jr.